Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Cole Palmer, a subpar Cole Palmer, ladies and gentlemen, finished 8th in this year's 2025 Ballon d'Or ceremony. I mean, incredible. Can you imagine if this guy actually nails down a stunning season where, you know, Chelsea as a football club, we smash it. We either win the Premier League or we win the Champions League, and Cole Palmer is in the thick of everything. This guy will definitely win the Ballon d'Or one day. He's destined to win the Ballon d'Or. If you can finish 8th and you don't really have a fantastic season, I mean, mind you, the numbers are still pretty good, but overall, we know the levels of Cole Palmer can be so much higher. But if you can still finish 8th when you're not at your best, can you imagine when you actually do nail a best performance? I want to quickly show you guys. By the way, Ousmane Dembele won the Ballon d'Or, if you guys didn't know. I think rightly so. I'm going to do a video on that on my second channel. Do give that a watch. Ms. TV Total Football. For a second, I forgot what my second channel's name was. Yeah, Ms. TV Total Football. Give that a watch. But I want to quickly show you some of the achievements that Cole Palmer's had in the last season, which is still very, very astounding, but nonetheless, you know, not up to his usual standards. But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to PYS for bringing it up. Breaking, Cole Palmer finishes 8th in the Ballon d'Or, 15 Premier League goals. That is still good. And when you think about that, I think in 2025, prior to scoring the goal against... no, he actually hasn't. When was the last time he scored? Yeah, he hasn't scored in the Premier League for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty certain he hasn't scored in the Premier League in a while. Maybe not even in 2025. Obviously, scored against Bayern Munich. Scored in the Club World Cup in the final. We all know that. Assisted in the Club World Cup. Assisted in the Conference League final. But I don't remember when was the last time he scored in the Premier League. Do let me know in the comment section. But still, 15 Premier League goals, which is not a joke. 8 Premier League assists. Once again, not a joke. 2 assists in the UECL Final, Conference League Final. 2 goals and 1 assist in the Club World Cup Final versus PSG. Man of the match in the Conference League Final. Man of the match in the Club World Cup. Don't forget, he was also player of the tournament for the Club World Cup. This guy. And that is a subpar season. That is a subpar season from Cole Palmer. If he nails it, I'm telling you, he's destined to be a Ballon d'Or winner. There's no two ways about it. Confirmed, Cole Palmer is the highest ranked English player in the 2025 men's Ballon d'Or. Big up to him, and you know, representing his national team. I do hope that he does well under Thomas Tuchel as well, and goes and does some madness with Thomas Tuchel for England. The only time I'm ever supporting England because of Thomas Tuchel. And yeah, hopefully, look, right now Cole Palmer's got some injury problems. We're going to talk about that in detail. I don't know how long he's going to miss out. He needs to miss out some games. There's no two ways about it. But hopefully once he's all right and ready to come back into the team, I truly hope that he has a fantastic season for us in the Premier League, in the Champions League, and all domestic cups. And I want to one day see him lift the Ballon d'Or. I really do. I really, really do, man. It will be sensational. Other news in the Ballon d'Or, ladies and gentlemen. Hannah Hampton wins the Yassin Trophy from the women's team. So big up to Hannah for Chelsea women's team. Good to see Chelsea women's getting in on the act. Esteval Willian finished 4th in the 2025 Coppa Trophy, which is won by, what's his name? Lamine Yamal. It's won by him. Esteval Willian is 4th. I want to see Esteval Willian developing like a monster this season. So next season, he can be, you know, 2025 Coppa Trophy winner and also be nominated in the Ballon d'Or as well. I think that'll be quite sensational. There were some mad results in the Ballon d'Or, by the way. You know, players like Rafinha should have been a lot higher. Players like Olise was 30th. I just couldn't believe it. So look, sometimes you have to question the legitimacy of that trophy, but it's still a lucrative trophy. This is what you know, a lot of the players kind of judge themselves. If you win a Ballon d'Or, then you're the shit. You're really the shit. Okay, now some serious news to talk about. Obviously, we've got Lincoln City tomorrow, And I was expecting the likes of Lavia and Badiashile to play, and many other players. The first team that generally play on a regular basis, I still do expect them to not feature. And I expected players like Lavia and Badiashile. But this is what Maresca said. Maresca says no Lavia and Badiashile tomorrow. They're still not ready. And it's quite annoying, man. Every single season we're in this predicament where, our player Romeo Lavia, I don't remember when the last time he actually even featured for us, honestly. And he features and then he's not available for another 3-4 months. He might feature once and then he's gone for 4 months. Same thing with Badiashile. We really need some backup in defense, man. And we need some competition, stiff competition for Chalobah and Tosin. I don't want them to be complacent. I need Badiashile to come back and provide some competition. And then Badiashile himself, worries me because his form has been so topsy-turvy. Obviously, injuries have hampered that, but I'm hoping he comes back soon so that we can have a little bit of cover in defense. So let's see what happens. But for the time being, they're not available, which is another sad story. If this continues for both of these players, I think we really need to think about their future at Chelsea Football Club. Because what's the point? What's the point of having these players at Chelsea and they're just consistently in the hospital bed? We need them on the field, especially Romeo Lavia in the midfield. We are pushing Caicedo, and we're going to talk about Caicedo. Maresca says Caicedo and João Pedro are managing themselves. Look, these two players, I'm concerned because Caicedo, he was struggling with some niggly injuries prior to the international break. He was being managed. And then he went to the international break. He missed one of the games and he played the other one against Argentina, still carrying some niggly issues. And we are absolutely utilizing him to the fullest. We are draining every bit of juice out of Caicedo, and I'm worried. He needs a bit of rest. 100%. I don't want to see him against Lincoln City. If we can't win against Lincoln City without Caicedo, we're in big trouble. Big trouble. I want to see Andre Santos get full match time for this game, and maybe even use Achapong if need be. Maresca doesn't talk much about Achapong. I really want him to play in this match, and I think he will. Use one of the academy boys, Reggie Walsh, maybe he should be playing as well. I need Caicedo to have a break. 100% I need Caicedo to have a break. And also João Pedro. You might be thinking, well, if there's no João Pedro, then who? Bonanote. Get Bonanote on as a number 10. There's going to be no Cole Palmer. Bonanote should be able to do the job. Unfortunately, Mark Yu, he's cup tied. He's already featured for Sunderland, so he can't feature for us. So another genius move, which has gone sideways for us. And in that case, it's going to be either Pedro Neto or Tyreek George. I'm pretty sure it'll be Tyreek George up front because Maresca likes to utilize Tyreek George up front. I don't know why. I don't know where this started from, but Tyreek George is now going to be a striker for us. Gittins and Garnacho, I fully expect them to play full matches and get as much as game time as possible and get embedded in as quickly as possible in this Maresca system. But I do expect quite a lot of rotation for the first teamers to get a little bit of break and really re-energize after a horrific week that we've had with Brentford draw, Bayern Munich thrashing, Man United embarrassing loss as well. So I want to be in full throttle come that match against Brighton in the Premier League, which is a must-win. Forget about must. I'm already putting down 3 points. I'm not even thinking about anything else. I've already got 3 points on the Premier League table for Chelsea Football Club for that game. So I need all of these players to be fit and raring to go. I want to see quite a lot of rotation against Lincoln City. And I still expect to beat Lincoln City with all of those rotation. Now, Maresca says Palmer is judged on a day-by-day basis. And people are getting worried that, Maresca said something about surgery. No, he didn't. I watched the press conference. All he said that up until now, no one's told him about any surgery. People are taking that, so now they've told you about surgery? No. He's pretty much said that there's been no talks about surgery. Cole Palmer doesn't require surgery at the moment. Will he require down the track? Who knows? Maybe. Maybe he might. Maybe he might require surgery. Bottom line is, Cole Palmer, whatever injury he's had previously, which was obviously the groin injury, he was brought back too early. He should not have featured against Brentford. He should not have featured against Bayern Munich, and definitely should not have featured against Man United. We brought him back too early. We've reignited that same injury again. yes, I wanted him to feature against Brentford. I wanted him to feature against Bayern Munich, but I'm not in the know to realize that he's still carrying that injury. Palmer knows that. The club doctors know that. They should be making a better decision. And now, honestly speaking, I don't want to see Cole Palmer for a little while because I want him to get fully fit. I don't want him to just take a break against Lincoln City and then come back against Brighton and then trigger that injury again. I think he needs proper break, proper rehabilitation. And once it's all gone completely and he feels very, very strong in his groin area, then come back and rejoin Chelsea Football Club, because I don't want to risk a long-term injury for Cole Palmer, who's finished 8th as in the Ballon d'Or ceremony. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the latest in everything that's happening with Chelsea at the moment. Let me know your thoughts, how you feel about Cole Palmer coming 8th in the Ballon d'Or and all the other news. No Romeo Lavia, no Badiashile. Put your comments in the comment section and smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care, see ya, bye. And tomorrow, all you can eat Chelsea UK time, 10 a.m. See you guys all then, God willing. Till then, bye.